You're watching the Wrestling Nerd broadcast. Now here's your hosts, Tom, Nick, Ryan, and Dave. It's you, it's me, it's NRD. It's you, it's me, it's NRD. Uh-huh. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is just N, it is just D. Tom still on vacation, avoiding a potential cash-in. When will Tom come back? When will JP cash in? Who knows? We will keep you up to date if it happens when we're not on the air. But we are on the air this week. It is episode 130 of the Wrestling Nerd broadcast. Thank you for joining us. 130 episodes. 100 episodes ago, we played Know Your Nerd, or whatever it was. It was like the dating game. We all guessed questions about each other. So I like that. That's my retrospective. So go watch episode 30. Go watch episode 68 with Buff Bagwell because he says we're getting a micro brawler of him on that. It's my prediction for the NWO crate. So we'll see what happens there. Another thing we like to make predictions about is fantasy booking on this show. And so I'll say it's going to be a little difficult, but I've come up with an idea. So Nick actually in the research department found a list of several wrestlers for both AEW and WWE that will be free agents in 2024. Now, obviously, we all know about the Great Bidding War of 2024 for MJF, but there's also a list of people, high-profile people too. So far, we have the Elite being Young Bucks, Hangman.
Let me stop you right here, Dave.
Oh.
It's this man on the list. That's everyone. Everyone, we get a good look at that. Thank you, Jonathan Hodap, for my Shane McMahon cards. I appreciate it. Look, before we go any farther, I got this Shane McMahon. He's amazing. I got two of these. This is Shane McMahon defeats The Miz. I got this one, and then look at this one. Look, everybody. This one is like, I don't even know if you can pick it up. It's like holographic, sparkly. So this one is like the more sparkly Shane McMahon card. And then I have Shane and his sister from when they awarded control of Raw. That was good time. So yes, thank you, Jonathan, for that. This is going to go into the Shane McMahon museum.
Speaking of shrines, let's talk about the shrine.
Sorry,
let's talk about the shrine of the Silver Monkey. So I'm going to use my pendant here, okay, and save us a life here, folks. Okay. How do you like that prop use? Isn't that great? I was looking for my Buff Bagwell card.
But no, I like this idea, Dave. Let's do it. Sorry.
And so yes, the Elite being the Young Bucks, Hangman, and Kenny, MJF. That's the big AEW free agents. Edge, Matt Riddle, Ricochet, and Randy Orton will be free agents in 2024 for WWE. And in New Japan, Guerrillas of Destiny and Will Ospreay will be free agents. That's according to Fightful.com. And Nick, so if I'm wrong on any of these, blame that guy. So
what the internet told me, so it has to be true.
I have a vague idea of what I would do if the Elite came to WWE. I don't know if that's one of the ones you went for, because that's the only one that I automatically had an idea in my head.
No, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, so we start at the Royal Rumble, okay, 2024. Now, this is obviously all going to vary on when the Elite's contracts are up.
January 1st is whatever.
Is it January 1st? Okay.
All the Elite, MJF, all of them are all January 1st. Okay. I think Omega might be a little bit longer because they said something about his injury pushed back his contract a little bit. So Omega might have to come like after with the initial three. It's Hangman and the Bucks that are up, according to the website.
Okay. So then this is my idea. Now I'm booking this on the fly. I had about 20 minutes to think about this. So we get to the Royal Rumble. It comes down to two people. It comes down to Gunther and Cody Rhodes. Once again, another rematch of the final two of Royal Rumble this past year. All of a sudden, Cody's about to, Gunther's on the rope, about to go. And then out of nowhere, Cody's about to come with him and just V-trigger. Kenny Omega hits Cody Rhodes. And everyone's in shock. Like, what the hell's happening? So, therefore, Gunther wins the Royal Rumble. He goes on to face the World Heavyweight Champion. So now it comes down to Elimination Chamber. So Kenny is like, yeah, Cody, you thought you could just leave us and not go unpunished? And this is unhinged Kenny. This is old New Japan Kenny, where he's just a psychopath. So Kenny's there, and then it comes down to so then it comes to the Elimination Chamber for a chance. So Gunther's decided to go after whatever title. So it comes down to Cody is close to winning the Elimination Chamber. Refs out. The greats go up. Who comes up? The Young Bucks on both sides. Super kick party. Cody loses. He's not having his Mania moment. And so somehow, no, you know what I originally think I did? I think it was supposed to be Cody and Jey Uso in the final three, or three of the final two. Gunther still wins the Royal Rumble because Kenny costs Jey Uso a little bit there as well. But so that sets up the Usos and the Young Bucks at WrestleMania for the tag titles. Young Bucks win. Kenny versus Cody for a rematch of Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor a few years back when they did that. This eventually then somehow leads to Kenny and the Bucks just running roughshod for the next 9 months over everything until SummerSlam or WrestleMania 41. And you wind up with the Usos and Roman have to come together for the saving of WWE. Because at this time, this is my booking, is Roman loses the title at WrestleMania 40 to somebody, not Cody in this situation. And so he's gone a while. The Usos are fighting off the Bucks, but Kenny always winds up being a third guy and taking him out. And then boom, you realign the bloodline. Roman comes to save his cousins. It's the bloodline versus the Elite at WrestleMania 41. I think that's.
Yeah,
I don't know how you book Hangman in there. Hangman can go beat Braun Breaker for the NXT title.
He can go to NXT, yeah.
Exactly. I think that's what they wanted.
That would work. I mean, I was thinking
again
I
with no planning in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like missteps, but I think my pick is for Gunther to win the Royal Rumble next year. I honestly think he deserves. He's fantastic. The only question is, if Cody doesn't beat Roman, who beats Roman for the title at WrestleMania? Because I genuinely believe they are going to save it for a WrestleMania moment. Because at this point, September he passes he passes somebody in September. I don't know if it's Hogan, maybe. Bob Backlund.
Let's go for Bruno. Go for it.
No, because that requires getting to WrestleMania 45. Owen will be wrestling at that point.
Yeah.
Because at that point, by the time Roman passes Bruno Sammartino, we'll be booking how -1 will win the Royal Rumble in 2045.
Yeah. Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne's debuting this week.
It's happening, everyone. Nick Wayne, ring the bell, everyone. Nick Wayne's a coming. So what's your booking idea?
Well, I could go a bunch of ways, but I have one. I'm going to go with a New Japan one. I'm going to go to the Guerrillas of Destiny.
Ooh.
I think there's an obvious storyline here where they keep going with stuff with the bloodline up until a point where Sakai has to choose between Roman or his brothers. He's torn somehow, and he ultimately ends up going with the Usos. And then Roman brings in the Guerrillas of Destiny to be his new bloodline guys, and then they can have a clash. Because I'm pretty sure they're related.
Of course they are. They're the Rock's cousins.
So that's that's the one that stood out for me. I think. I know it's not as in depth as yours, but
I would like them to replace the Guns in Bullet Club Gold.
Yeah, they could do that too. They could go to AEW. I like the Guns.
I'll say this. I look at this list and I don't see, I'll be honest, Edge going to AEW at this point. I mean,
I think he's going to end up retiring, but it would be cool for him to go. Maybe they could have the Hardys versus Edge and Christian one more time or something like that.
No.
Let's do it. Let's bring it down, Liche. Let's have some ladder match.
Jeff Hardy can't even climb the ropes anymore, let alone a ladder. Good Lord. Ricochet.
I would love for Ricochet to go somewhere else.
Let's be honest, he's a good hand. He's not going to go win the title or anything. He'll go have great matches with guys in AEW, but Ricochet just I don't know what it is. He'll go get the Keith Lee treatment. He's a great
Yeah.
wrestler, can do amazing things in the
And
ring.
then he'll be fighting on Rampage with like
And
Dante Martin or
yeah,
something.
and the same thing with Matt Riddle. I love Matt Riddle. I think he's really cool. It seems like a cool guy you can hang out. But I think Matt Riddle is just so over that you don't need to put any sort of titles on him. So again, he just
Yeah,
gets lost in that sea of
I
people.
thought that was an easy re-sign for WWE for
Yeah.
Riddle. On the same with like
Matt
Orton. I don't
Riddle's
see
a
Orton.
bit. It's when, and this is another thing that you could just go by house shows. Like you see people going to house shows. I feel like if you go to a house show compared to a like television taping, I feel like I saw more T-shirts being worn into the building than I did at like a TV taping, if that makes sense. But like Matt Riddle's big time over. And you can tell who's over at the merch stand because so they had the Cody autograph and they had a Matt Riddle autograph for sale.
Uh,
Obviously, I went for Cody. So clearly Matt Riddle is Brover.
I
But
mean, the only other name that really MJF. How would you bring MJF to WWE?
wins the Royal Rumble, beats Roman clean as a whistle at WrestleMania, and then drops the belt and goes to fucking ROH. Goes to Impact Wrestling the next Thursday.
Because I think MJF could be a megastar in WWE.
I think he could. My only fear is, I'm trying to think, has anybody else from AEW come over to WWE?
Um, I'm sure somebody's like yelling at the computer screen right now. It's something obvious, but besides Cody, I don't think so. Nobody that pops out of my mind.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing. Like, it's one of those we haven't been able to see WWE drop the ball on it yet because they've done it so well with Cody, with the exception of WrestleMania Night 2. And we've seen AEW get all these former WWE guys, and not many of them have been that great. Like, they've gotten kind of lost in the shuffle. Again, too many cooks in the kitchen. But um, yeah, God would be an interesting one. I'd see them going to AEW over WWE.
I think
Um,
Osprey's probably going to sign with AEW. I would imagine too, or maybe
yeah,
resign with New
I
Japan.
honestly don't see him leaving because I think like the travels because I mean, granted, AEW does what 2 shows a week, 3 if there's a house show. Uh, so yeah, I don't know what that travel from England to the states kind of is, but no, I see him staying in Japan just because of his that strong style is so obviously it's over in Japan. It's over here too, but not as much. Randy Orton again is one of those. I think he's just like he's happy just doing whatever in WWE and just collecting a paycheck. Not that he's just collecting a paycheck, but the fact that like, oh yeah, you don't need to put the belt on me. I don't need to be the main event of WrestleMania. Let me do the first match and get out of here before Sizzler closes.
Yeah, but how cool would like a Randy Orton to New Japan, or something like that match, or some
Randy Orton in the G1 against
Impact.
Yano.
What, I'm
Um,
trying to. What would his impact? I guess he could use his name as Randy Orton, so he could use his real name. I was have to be like, what is Randall Orton doing in the Impact zone? Or
what's Otis Randall doing in the Impact Zone? What's Keith Orton doing here in the Impact Zone? Um, let's
All right.
see.
So with this list, who do you think is the most likely to jump?
I can see Ricochet leaving, but just again, it's one of those like I actually you know what I take that back because his girlfriend or fiance I don't know what Samantha Irvine the ring announcer for Raw is his significant other.
I
Um,
didn't know. I thought he dated the other girl. Ricochet gets around. I feel like to
he
see
did he
Ricochet.
what's her name now? Katana Chance
What's
or
the?
what?
Didn't he date like the Ninja Warrior
Yes,
girl
that's
too?
her.
Is that who you're talking
She's
about?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
I don't know
Her and
her.
Caden Carter are a tag team on Raw. Um, let's see. For some reason, I just don't see the Elite leaving
I know that's what
because
I mean.
without the Elite, it's all wrestling. And I always felt like Cody was, if anyone's gonna leave, it would have been Cody because Cody wants to be the WWE champion. That's what he truly wants. And I could see it even when he was in WWE. But and I
It
don't
would
see
be wild.
Hangman. Like I think
It would
those
be
guys.
wild.
It would be pretty wild. It's a huge get. My only thing is this: I don't know if they would be allowed at this point to be called the Elite. And that's
I
a
don't know.
big thing. Like, would you bring in Jay White and God and all these if you can't to call them the club? Oh, that's so much fun, Uncle Alan. Um, yeah, it's just weird. Like it would be awesome if they did this huge shakeup sort of thing, but again, we're not able to see we don't have a body of work for what WWE is able to do here with it, And I think with Cody, they had to get it right because if anybody comes over, oh, this is how you treated Cody, he's a huge name, and I'm just Hook. If you treat him
Ooh,
like that, how are you going to treat me? So, um, yeah, and then it's obviously we've seen it time and time again with AEW guys. Just they go there, they get that huge pop, and then kind of flounders a little bit. So, um, I mean, I'm down to see it all. I would love to see the Elite in WWE and just see how that works. Just because we love chaos as wrestling fans.
I feel the same, and I don't know. I think MJF actually. If I look at this list, and I feel like MJF would be the one that might actually.
I think MJF. That's a good call. I think MJF would because that's what he's
Because
been saying the entire time.
yeah, he's not like he hasn't. I mean, I know that's part of his little gimmick and stuff. There has to be some kind of truth to this. Like he's getting paid. So
Oh yeah. Oh,
it's
he's
stuff, but I would. Yeah, that MJF is not what I'm
What
going.
about
What did
Okada?
you? Everybody
Okada goes to
comment
Impact
underneath of it.
Wrestling.
Okada wasn't on the list. I think
Okada
Okada
goes to
signed after a
Impact
while.
Wrestling. You're welcome, everyone. When that happens,
He
you're
was on
welcome.
Impact already.
No, not like that. No. Oh God, I forgot about that. That was so bad.
Yeah,
I'd like to
Okada.
use my pendant of life to save Okada.
That's where he became friends with the Young Bucks. They were the only people that were nice
That's
to him backstage,
true.
and that's
Yes.
how they
Oh.
got. And that's how they got to Japan because Okada went back and said how nice the Young Bucks were when they were Generation Me.
Oh God.
Yes, I've read the Young Bucks book or listened to it.
Generation Me. Oh, yes, dear. Hello, dear. My fiance Danielle waving in the doorway. I don't have a door to my office. Fun fact. Just open.
Yeah.
You know.
I think you work. You might work at a door company. You
I
might know somebody
do.
that gets you a door.
I do know somebody who can get me a door pretty cheap.
You could have had a door. You chose this room.
No, I did choose this room. Yes, I did choose the room. So, fun fact, folks, for those you don't know, in the home I moved into, it is 2 floors, and I chose. And I was smart about this because I know of a lot of crap, as you can see behind me, and you can't even see the other parts of this room right now. And I knew it would be a lot of stuff to move in here. The front door of the house is right out the office door, so it's just right in here. Why put that stuff upstairs? And it's also heat rises. It's very hot upstairs. It's warm down here. I got a fan on me. That's why you can see my hair flipping and flopping and flying all over the place. But yeah, I love the corner. I love this office. So I'm quite happy. So
I'm sure that summer in New York is just hard on you there, Dave. I'm sure
it
that's
is.
brutal.
Oh,
The brutal
summer.
heat wave of 2023.
Listen, folks, there's that level in Mario Brothers 3 where the sun tries to kill Mario. That was today in New York, okay? Brutal. That's why I'm getting married in September.
Down here in Florida.
What you call that Wednesday?
We had 105, or I think it was 107 on Wednesday heat index here. So
that's why you make such good money cleaning pools, and you're such a quality worker when it comes to cleaning pools. And if you need your pool cleaned and you're in the Florida area, Jonathan Hodap, Nick is your guy. Just saying, everyone.
Fun fact too, when this episode is dropping today on 7-Eleven, while I was doing research for the show, 7-Eleven is National Swimming Pool Day. So everybody,
is it really?
It really is. It really was. It's one of the things it said.
You better blast that stuff all over the place.
No,
It's
I don't.
also National Slurpee Day. So,
National Slurpee Day.
you know.
Good old Slurpees.
But yeah, so of course, let us know who you want to see switching sides of the Great War, the Great Bidding War of 2024. Of course, I forgot what the hell I was gonna say. There was no brawler this week, right?
There was
There's no
very,
new
very
brawler. I mean,
little
granted, this
brawler.
past week there was the 4th of July sale, so shout out to Margaret for getting a hat. It was our only
I
sale.
finally got also with my Shane McMahon cards from Jonathan Hodap, my
Oh.
Hayabusa brawler. Finally, pretty cool.
Oh, well, hold on. I didn't my
I'm late
screen
to
up.
that.
You got Hayabusa? Did you get the chase too, or just the
I
regular?
did not get the chase. I just got the regular.
Boo. You
He's
should go get
fine.
the chase.
Yes.
Oh,
right now.
I'm an idiot. Did I gotta check if I ordered that thing or not then. Because so when this ends, you know why there was no brawler this past week? Because Sting, Retro Sting is up.
Dang.
I gotta
USA.
order that. I forget if I ordered it. You know what I just noticed too? He has a little ponytail.
Does the other one
On
have
the
a
back
ponytail?
of his head, he's got a little ponytail. Little
Look it
rat's
up.
tail.
Where is it? Here is Sting.
So okay, so I gotta order that.
Oh my! The other Sting does not have a rat tail. Huh?
Interesting. So that's how it's
That might
different.
have just sold it. There's differences. I looked at the two comparison, like these things on the side, whatever, like the things on the shoulders that come up are like more raised up, like
Let me see the back of his head again. Just want to double check. Yeah, no, nope. Yeah, that's a flat cut. So on the back, it's a
So it's not just a straight up repaint. It's different. It's
no,
a different
it's a new
mold, different.
mold.
I don't know if I don't know. I'm on
But
the fence about it.
I guess we do have to give the devil his due. David Hop did do a custom Sting with this in a way for the USA, and was like, "Hey, you go ahead and use this idea, fellas." And guess what they did?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't think I need both. So I'm either gonna get that one and sell this one or just keep this one, but I'm not sure which one is more Surfer Sting to me.
Trying to just take a screenshot of this picture so I can zoom it in on my photos because their website's wild. Let's see. Hold on. There we go. Gotta. You,
See what I'm talking about? His little shoulder things are like way more raised up on that than this one is.
oh yeah. It's
And
got the little ponytail.
the wings are kind of look longer to me.
You know what? You know what kind of psychopath I am with OCD? I want to see if it's the same amount of tassels on like both sides as there are on there. I want to see if there's as many indents. These are the things I need to know that will not let me sleep at night. You know what else helps me sleep at night? A Slurpee. And it is 7-Eleven day when this comes out, July 11th. Um, happy birthday to the twins. If you know, you know. But yeah, so in honor of 7-Eleven Day, we're going to go with our top 3 favorite Slurpee flavors. Honorable mention for worst Slurpee flavor I've ever had, Sour Patch Kids. Absolute
Never had
garbage.
that one.
Sour Patch Kids Slurpee I had. So I used to work at a grocery store, as many of you probably know watching this, and I passed a 7-Eleven coming home every day, like coming to and from work. So me and my buddy Miles that I would drive in, because he also lived like like a street over from me. So I'd drive him in and we'd get Slurpees once a week. And I was like, oh, I'm excited they got this. I love Sour Patch Kids and candy. So I'm thinking, okay, this Slurpee is going to be great. Guess what? Wrong.
I've
Absolute
never had
garbage. Don't try it. And I was just lucky that the Slurpee machine actually worked, because the one in Poughkeepsie on Hooker Ave is terrible.
Oh,
Garbage. Every time I go in there, broke.
Do they do the thing on 7-Eleven up in New York where you can like on 7-Eleven you can bring in any container you want and fill up like Slurpee? It's like fill your own
They
container.
used to
People are
have,
going
so
like
I
fish
haven't
bowls.
I have not been to a 7-Eleven, like on Slurpee days since
Oh,
probably 2019. But like, so I remember, like, I've seen the photos, like, bring anything, You can, but then I eventually remember seeing signs like if it can fit through this hole, you can fill it up or something. I was like, whoa, that's not a spoon shaped straw coming at me. But like the last time I went there, they had somebody like standing by the Slurpee machine with small cups. They're like, which one would you like? I was like, which one's working? So got a frozen Coke, my little tiny Slurpee. So I'm like, if it's just a free shot glass of a Slurpee, not worth my time. So, but Nick, you came up with this idea. I'm gonna let you go first.
Well, I love Slurpees. That's what I say. Once again, working in the heat, nothing beats going in the gas station and get yourself a nice cold Slurpee on a hot summer day. Actually, had a Slurpee a couple days ago. But all right, I'm gonna take this real serious because of my love of Slurpees here.
Okay.
Fun fact about me: I love Shane McMahon and Slurpees, baby.
He's Slurpee Shane McMahon.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go from 3 to 1. 3 being the worst, 1 being the best of my. But they're all good because they're the top 3. We're gonna go with red, whatever red. Red is number 1.
Just what are we naming Gatorade flavors here? I'll take an orange Gatorade. Thank you.
There's a red one. You can't never go wrong with that.
Fruit punch.
Number 2 would be the Mountain Dew one. Very good.
The original Mountain Dew, or
but sometimes I mix like Suicide. So you ever do that when you were like a kid? Go mix all the sodas together.
God no! What kind of psychopath are you?
You never did that.
You really are Florida man.
So sometimes you got to mix like with the Mountain Dew. You can mix like another, like mix some red up in there. You can like layer it, put like some red on the bottom and some Mountain Dew.
This isn't like colored sand we're mixing.
So then, as it melts, it kind of just like deals into good stuff.
Turns into brown.
Number one, top flavor of Slurpee, blue raspberry. Number 1, elite flavor of Slurpee.
That's a solid pick. It's a very solid pick. So my top 3, I also had the original frozen Mountain Dew. Because I remember when that came out. Oh man. So the minor league baseball team I used to work for their games used to start at 7-Eleven in sponsorship deal with 7-Eleven because it was down the street. And so my dad and I would always stop on the way home after the game and go to 7-Eleven. I'd always get a Slurpee. And it was just like, he was like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I'm like, Dad, you're drinking coffee at 11 o'clock at night. What's wrong with me? But so I do vividly remember the original Mountain Dew. It was hyped around like the X Games because of course it is. Everything Mountain Dew is X Games related. So I'm going to go with the original Mountain Dew flavor. Then I'm going to go with frozen orange Fanta. Classic. You can't beat it. I don't need all this random like Jelly Belly flavored stuff with my Slurpees. Keep it simple, keep it easy, and make sure the machine actually works. And my number 1, when of course the machine is working, is what I got on that fateful free Slurpee day from that tiny shot glass. I'm gonna go frozen Coke. Oh. Frozen Coke, you can't top. It's timeless. They have it at Burger King. It's garbage because Burger King drive-thrus are garbage. I love Burger King, but their service is garbage. Okay, garbage. You heard it here first. So Burger King may as well have freaking frozen Sour Patch Kids Slurpees at their drive-thru. Garbage.
If Dave knows one thing, it's Garbage Kings.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying when I was king, I was on the show. I don't see our king right now. I've got my crown sitting over there. Yeah. Break glass in case of an emergency. I'm ready to.
It pays to be king. You can take long vacations.
Let's just remember this, okay? That briefcase has been cashed in twice before, and when it has been cashed in, I come out as king. So JP, good luck to you, pal, because I'll just be waiting there. Maybe it's a triple threat going on. Maybe you want to cash in while I'm going for the crown, and let's keep that stat rolling. I'm ready for it. Tom cannot hide from JP forever. And I am also interested. What's that?
We haven't heard from. I said we haven't heard from our spaceman friend in a while.
No, we haven't. We haven't heard from a lot of characters on the show.
You never know.
I'll also say this.
Lurking in the shadows.
I'll also say this. Margaret, when she was Miss Money in the Bank, she had it like in a purse. I had it in a mic case. I'm curious to see what vessel JP will be using as his broadcast in the bank contract holder. I'm very fascinated to see. I'm also fascinated to see what you folks think in the comment section below. Of course, leave a comment of your favorite Slurpee flavor. Let me know how much you hate Sour Patch Slurpees. Let me know your favorite Slurpee flavor. Of course, let us know who you think might defect from WWE to AEW to New Japan to Impact, or maybe they'll just show up at Northeast Wrestling at a signing. You never know. Maybe we'll be there again one day. And of course, let us know your thoughts on the world of wrestling as we know it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. It's a great thing to do, and it'll make your day feel a lot better. I promise you that. And yeah, check us out on ProWrestlingTees.com, ProWrestlingTees.com/The Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. And that is nerd spelled NRD. Of course, Patreon, Patreon.com/WNRDB, because maybe next year, if you're in there, come Money in the Bank, you can be like JP, you can be like me, you can be magnificent like Margaret, and be the next Mr. or Mrs. Money in the Bank. You could always also win the Wrestling Nerd Rumble in January. It's a lot of fun to be a Patreon. Trust me, it's great. $1 a month. It's all it takes. You get a sticker, a pog, slammer, all good stuff.
Hey, the Patreon stuff is coming. It's coming very soon. I promise everybody.
Yeah, I bought it for all of this guy.
If I don't have your right addresses, make sure I have them. That's how close we are. If you're not a Patreon, you sign up now because it's coming. It's coming quick.
It's coming, baby. It's coming. It's come Tuesday. So yes, until next time, on behalf of myself, DaveCTheVoice, the future king of the nerds, and of course the founding father, Mr. Nick Carpenter. Don't forget to tell your mother you love her every day because, like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone, and God bless the legends of the Hidden Temple and America. Good night, everyone.
So here we are. JP Hooper, you win the Nerd Money in the Bank contest and you think, oh, I just get to challenge Tom to his crown whenever I want. Oh, well, guess what? I might just leave. I might disappear. I might go to shooting shit and defend my crown there. They could become the king of the nerds for all I care. I don't know. I could go to Unbox My Royal Highness, My Royal Says Highness with Jonathan Mayer and his Pro Wrestling Crate unboxing videos. I could go to Pro Wrestling Tees and just say hi to Castro, say hi to Ryan. Speaking of Ryan Crossley. How you doing? But yeah, I've worked so hard. I've kept my mouth shut so much of saying, oh, I'm working so hard. I'm here week after 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 week. Never complaining that I haven't gotten a shot at the crown. Until now, I finally get it. And we want to take it away from me? We want to take the crown away from me? The Royal Says Highness? The Pasta Prince? The Sultan of Spaghetti? You want to take my crown away? You want to just give shots out to whoever? JP, I love you, but you didn't put in the work. Every week I've put in the work coming on the show. So what do? We're leading up to Money in the Bank. I take a vacation. I take a little vacation. I go away. I relax a little bit. And then my phone, beep, 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 beep. Hello, beep, 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 beep. Oh, wow. Boop, 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 boop. Whoa, JP wins the Money in the Bank contract, so now he can come for the crown. Cool. Put in the work, dude. Dave, Nick, put in the work, dude. Shooting shit, guys. Put in the work, dude. Show up. I'm here. Jonathan Mayer. Great unboxings. Love them. But you're not here week after week defending the crown. Defending the Royal Says Highness. With that being said, nerds, I love you. Hi. We'll see when I come back.